Hello, welcome to day 2 of the World Cup coverage. This is the From the Bench podcast. I'm Mark Janish, AccessMediaGlobal.com founder and your host. Well, the first 2 games are in the books. We are going to go ahead and look at some of Group B and Group A. Group A game I will get to in just a couple moments, but the just completed game, first game out of Group B, the Moroccan nation of Morocco, faced Iran and on an own goal by Haddouz in the 93rd minute, 94th minute, carried Iran to a victory in Group B. This was a very defensive minded battle. The Iranians did not hold possession, but for 32% of the game, 68% went to the Moroccans. This was a very, very, very well played defensive soccer game. Not much scoring until the final moments. Definitely, we have something to be said out of Group B. Spain and Portugal playing this evening, later today. Matter of fact here, that'll be the next game. It's morning time here on the west coast of the United States. One of the things I wanted to let you know, we've had some exciting games as far as today goes. I wanted to go over some of the stats. Morocco outshot Iran 13-9. There was 3 yellow cards for Iran, 1 for Morocco, 5 corner kicks to 2 corner kicks for Morocco, 3 saves for Morocco, 2 for Iran, and 4-2-3-1 was the alignment for Morocco, 4-1-4-1 for the Iranians. So it's good that the Islamic Republic of Iran decided that they wanted to go ahead and have an opportunity to win the game. This game I thought was going to be a 0-0 draw, but fortunately for the Islamic Republic of Iran, they scored 3 points and an own goal. The Moroccans should be very, very disappointed. They played a good 15 to 20 minutes first half, but unfortunately that was not enough to carry them over Iran. So Iran gets 3 points in Group B play, 1-0. And then just to go ahead and speak to you regarding Egypt and Uruguay. Uruguay won 1-0. Jose Jimenez of Uruguay scored on the 89th minute. Unfortunately, lots of opportunities by Luis Suarez, wearing number 9 for the Uruguayans, was not able to score goal number 52 in the 23rd minute. He has 51 goals in 99 international appearances. However, he really made a mistake. In the 23rd minute, he side netted a ball. He should have actually scored. I believe that was off a corner kick, if I remember correctly. Mohamed Salah, 44 goals internationally, 32 in the Premier League with Liverpool this year, was benched. He was not in the game. I was expecting him to be available in the with about 20 minutes left in the game. I was expecting him to come off the bench, but unfortunately, the Egyptians, it didn't work out for them. So Uruguay gets a 3-point win on the heroics of, once again, Jose Jimenez. This game should have probably been 2-3-0 because at least 2 opportunities for Luis Suarez. Luis Suarez, as I said, 51 goals in 99 appearances internationally. He really should have scored, and fortunately he didn't necessarily bail out his team, but he would have been the reason Uruguay did not win this game if not for the heroics of Jose Jimenez in minute number 89. So we're going to continue to have the podcast. We're going to review the games with the Spain and Portugal. Now, Spain and Portugal, we got Cristiano Ronaldo, number 4 versus number 10, is going to play today. That is the marquee matchup of the day. You can hear more from the Total Soccer Show and my daily podcast regarding the World Cup. Going to give you some statistics, going to give you some analysis and opinion, which I've already done, but we're going to add number 3 today as far as that goes. This podcast will be up momentarily on accessmediaglobal.com, Libsyn, and Stitcher Radio. For right now, we're going to get back to some World Cup action from Sochi, Russia, home of the 2014 Winter Olympics, as you remember. We're going to go to Sochi very quickly here, and we're going to begin Spain and Portugal, the match of the day out of Group B, number 4 versus number 10, and we'll see what happens with Cristiano Ronaldo and the 2010 World Cup champions playing, and a very, very key matchup in the Group B openers for both teams. For now, I'm Mark Janish. This is AccessMediaGlobal.com from the Bench Podcast. We'll be back with analysis of the third and final match of the day right here on your daily World Cup analysis and podcast, about 15 minutes or so per day. Going to give you as much as I can statistically and just analytically, the eye test issues regarding the World Cup. And we're hopeful you're enjoying the programming. We're going to also add the World Soccer Talk will be featured, and also the Soccer Show on the Soccer Podcasting Network. I posted the latest yesterday, early this morning, actually, West Coast time, U.S. So we want you to go ahead and enjoy the games. I'll be back with game stats and analysis of game number 3, Portugal and Spain, right after this timeout. So we're going to pause this. We'll be back with number 3, game number 3 analysis very, very shortly. We appreciate the fact that you have taken the time to enjoy the games. Hopefully you're enjoying the podcast on Libsyn and Stitcher Radio. This is going to continue throughout the whole month as we march on toward the World Cup 2018 Championship on July the 15th. For now, I'm Mark Janish, AccessMediaGlobal.com. We'll be back shortly with more analysis and help in this regard as far as the games go. If you're not available to see the games, that's why I'm here to watch the games for you and give you just a little snapshot, nutshell analysis of the games. Want to thank you for listening. Right now, I'm Mark Janish, AccessMediaGlobal.com. You can get a hold of me on Twitter at MarkAccessMedia on Twitter. Have a good afternoon, everyone, evening, morning, whenever and wherever you're listening to this podcast over Stitcher and Libsyn Radio. We'll be back with a Game 3 analysis. Spain and Portugal coming up on the From the Bench podcast. AccessMediaGlobal.com is the parent site. Until later, everyone, we'll talk to you shortly after game number 3. In game 3 this evening, the Group B game between Spain and Portugal just completed. A hat trick, including a penalty kick from Cristiano Ronaldo. 83 goals in international competition. 3 goals in his previous 3 World Cups. But I have to say it was one of the greatest games in World Cup recent history. And it ended up in a 3-3 draw. 3 goals for Spain, 2 by Diego Costa, one from Nacho Fernandez, but the big winner was 87-minute. Cristiano Ronaldo goes ahead and scores for Spain. I'm going to go ahead and look at some statistics here just a moment. I'm going to bring that up here. There we go. Just a moment. We're going to have some stats for you. If you missed this game, I want you to see this on replay. This is Mark Janish, your host of Access Media Global's From the Bench podcast. This is World Cup wrap-up, day number 2, and what a day it was. Some for the right reasons and some for the wrong reasons. So I've recapped Iran winning 1-0 on an own goal from Aziz Habuza. He actually gave up an own goal in the 95th minute. Jose Jimenez saved Uruguay's tournament by scoring in the 89th minute. We had many great plays today, but also some not plays today in the sense that many of the stars, including Jose Suarez for Uruguay, had some great opportunities. The most obvious is a side-netted ball in the 23rd minute, which actually was saved by Mr. Jimenez in the 89th minute. So Uruguay gets 3 points. Iran gets 3 points. And, of course, interestingly enough, both teams, Spain and Portugal in Group B, get a draw. And what a game it was. So this kind of wraps up the World Cup from Russia for today. I'm Mark Janish. This podcast will be up on accessmediaglobal.com, Libsyn, and Stitcher Radio shortly. For right now, I'm Mark Janish, wishing you a happy World Cup 2018. What a day 2 it was. We're going to be with 4 games tomorrow, including Iceland and Argentina. Peru and Denmark will be reviewed. I'll be having a short, about a 15-minute podcast daily, hopefully, to continue to update you on World Cup action. Thank you for listening around the world. We also have a couple of other games. France is going to be playing tomorrow, and we have one other game. So check your local listings for dates and times in your area. Happy World Cup, everyone. I'm Mark Janish for this edition of the World Cup Daily Access Media Global Podcast. Happy day 2, day 3 tomorrow. Waking up at 2 o'clock in the morning, West Coast time, Pacific time, Fox Sports 1 and the Fox Network for English language broadcasting, Telemundo for those of you that are listening and understanding in Spanish. Enjoy the Telemundo broadcast. They're actually going to be doing all 64 games. Fox and FS1 will be doing 38 of those 64 matches. For AccessMediaGlobal.com and the From the Bench podcast, I'm Mark Janish, your host, wishing you a happy Friday, June 15th, 2018. And follow me on Twitter, Mark at Access Media Global, Mark at Access Media on Twitter if you'd like. Once again, any episode of the From the Bench podcast can be heard on Libsyn and Stitcher Radio, so enjoy that. Have a good evening, everyone. Whatever time zone you're listening into, let's enjoy the World Cup as it continues into day 3. Good night, everyone.